Welcome to Escape This Podcast, a show that's a mix between tabletop role-playing and escape room puzzles. This is our 4th episode for Season 12.
I guess that's true.
It is another Danny room.
Yep.
Do we
I'm
have
ready.
we must have a guest room coming up.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure we do. Or
I'm
some
going to get
variety
lazy soon.
You can't keep writing all
Yeah.
those rooms.
Who do you think I am?
You're a busy person. Every episode we have guests come on and play through an escape room that exists really only in our minds, and also a PDF somewhere and a couple of images, but it's mostly in our minds. And this episode, we have from Aurelius Whitlock's Murder Museum, Marcus Richardson.
Hello.
And Nathan Hicken.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. We're excited to have you.
Extremely excited to be here.
Oh, yeah, same.
So before we go too far into our normal sort of questions and introductions, would you like to give like a rundown for people at home about what Aurelius Whitlock's Murder Museum is?
Yeah, can I toss that to you, Nathan?
For sure. So our podcast, it's a murder mystery podcast where we take turns solving each other's murders. So each week we switch off between being, or each case we switch off between being the detective or the puzzle master, the curator.
Everything else.
Yep, exactly. So, and we play through the murder mystery. So 1 week Marcus tries to solve it, and the other one I do.
Heavily inspired by Solve This Murder.
Yes.
Except with one important difference, I listened to your one.
Yeah. So that's been the best thing for us is that, like, because I remember we found your podcast because I think you came into the Consume This Media Discord and you were mentioning that it existed there, and we were very excited because everybody else in the world had a murder mystery podcast to listen to, and it was us, and we didn't have one to listen to because we were just making one. So now we get to be the audience, and it's been really fun listening through. We're up to date. It's been great listening through to episodes, and there'll be links below for people who, if you haven't checked it out, go and listen to it. If you
Please
like
do.
Solve This Murder, you'll love Aurelius Whitlock's Murder Museum. They also have you've got this. I have a question. This is so specific, and no one else who hasn't listened already is going to get it.
Best
Which
kind
is,
of question.
you have alternating murder mysteries, but you're also
Within
both
a meta.
But yes, you're within a weird meta mystery that both of you are alternatively adding to. How do you possibly think that's going to go in the future? Is it going to be like, it's like a game of chicken. It's like, we're going to get closer and closer to revealing something, but who's going to be the first one to actually give it away? Because neither of us knows what the other's doing. How does this work?
I love how you asked that question, and I thought you were going to end that question with, how do you do it? It's so great. And instead you were like, what do you think you're doing?
What's your plan? So scary.
So Nathan and I, the mysteries, the singular mysteries are, of course, mysteries. We're going in completely blind to each other's mysteries, but we both have a concept of what's going on in the big picture.
That makes
With
the
the
most
Aurelius
sense.
Whitlock.
Yeah.
I wondered if you knew more about where each other was going than you let on.
Oh yeah. We had
Yeah.
that very conversation with each other because we're like, we actually got to figure this out, the big picture stuff. So we have like a doc we're working off of. We don't know everything about each other's storyline, also. So
Of course.
we'll see what happens.
I don't even know how authors co-write books.
Speaking of co-writing books, that's another theme that Nathan and I have done together. It's a
Oh,
yes.
short
God,
book.
really?
Yes, this was actually the first thing that I saw that you had placed on the Discord.
I
Do you want to
gotta
give
get
a
Yeah.
rundown of
this
what this short little book is?
I don't want to overwhelm us with plugs. That makes
Plug,
it sound
plug,
like it's
plug.
the only. It's okay.
Hey everybody, if you want to hear puzzles, you're going to get through the plugs. That's your payment.
All right. Well, I'm just saying, like, maybe you invite us back a second time and we can plug a second thing. But
No. Plug them all now. And then plug
More
them all
now.
again next time.
So Nathan and I also love riddles and making puzzles. I'm a huge fan of the Leighton games, so is Nathan. So we
Yay.
wrote a little novella that's full of riddles called Riddlesburg, because that's just like a really original and stampy name. And it has a meta mystery throughout. All of the riddles add up to one big mystery that you can solve by the end. And so I remembered that when you said co-author. I was like, oh, hey, we did that.
That's
Yeah,
lovely.
it is
I've
fun.
gotten I've told you that I've had an idea for a Riddlesburg-esque thing as a story, but
Ooh.
mine just kept, when I tried to come up with a meta, it just kept turning into a vampire. Every direction I picked.
Riddles,
Not necessarily a bad
vampires,
thing.
damn it.
That's a bad thing? I don't
Everyone
understand.
vampires.
Everything
All right.
I'm hearing out of your mouth right now is
It's
all
all
great.
good. This is all great. Keep going with it.
No
Okay,
notes.
so when we have guests on the show, we always ask the same 2 questions. The first question is, this is an escape room podcast. What is your escape room experience? Nathan, did you want to start? What's your escape room experience?
I've done quite a few escape rooms. The first escape room I did was way back in like 2014. It was like a Sherlock Holmes theme.
Whoa.
It was great.
Mm.
Me and my sisters absolutely loved it. And so we've done quite a few since then because my family's pretty big into puzzles. So we're puzzlers.
2014 is early to be getting into escape rooms. That's
Yeah.
early adopter status.
It was all the way in Thailand out of all places. But yeah.
Fun. And then Marcus, what about you? What's your escape room experience?
I've had a modest amount of experience, I'll say. I did a couple of rooms in South Korea, which was really interesting because they were bilingual rooms. So none of the puzzles could be wordplay, which was a really interesting thing. I also, the first puzzly thing I can think of is I went on a mission trip away from my family, and I wanted to send home some interesting package. So I started collecting locks and boxes, and I made a puzzle package. It got a little out of hand because it got to a point where like just every person I met, I was like, hey, do you have any locks lying around? Like,
Any locks?
Do you have any like puzzles? Anything I could, borrow, take?
Perfect.
So, so I sent home kind of an escape room in a box, sort of. There are tons of examples of that now. And yeah, since then, I've just really enjoyed the idea of telling story through puzzles. So y'all's podcast is, I think, the perfect example of that.
Oh, wonderful. Well, you wait till you've done one, and you'll hate it by the end. And so then the other element of this show is it's escape rooms mixed with a sort of tabletop role-playing style. So what is your tabletop role-playing experience? Why don't we go reverse order this time? Marcus, what's your TTRPG EXP?
Again, I'll say a modest amount. I actually didn't really grow up playing Dungeons and Dragons. It was probably within the last 5 years that I really started playing. But Aurelius Whitlock's Murder Museum kind of has an actual play feel to it, and I've definitely played in a campaign
That's too many
or two
plugs
with friends.
No, that's too many plugs.
Shoot!
That's the line. We've just
It's
crossed over.
it's because I used the full name, isn't it? It just
one-
feels too
if
much.
You've been like in Witty. When I
The
play Witty,
podcast?
when I'm running Witty, I love it. I get to do that's
the
okay.
Murder Museum, that thing, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to bleep that out.
Bleep it out, please.
yeah. We'll beep that one. And Nathan, what is your tabletop role-playing experience?
Ooh,
Did we finish that answer?
Yeah, it sort of came to a natural close.
Yeah.
I got into D&D my freshman year of college when my roommate showed up with a whole bunch of 5e books, and none of us knew how to play, so we kind of taught ourselves. And so we've been playing around different campaigns ever since, and played around a couple other ones. We did a Blades in the Dark campaign a little while ago, which was fun to try out. But yeah, so decent amount.
All right, so I think we're ready to get started. Danny, do you have your notes at the ready?
Yes, I do.
Do I need to do any voices? Do I need the notes open? I don't think I do.
Nah,
Good.
we're good.
All right.
Do we need to
There
do
is-
any voices?
Yeah,
Always.
put on a
Yeah.
real... You'll know from the intro what voice you should put
Gotcha.
on. And you'll
Excellent.
just do a great one. All right, Danny, I think we're good then. Why don't you whisk us away?
Absolutely. You scream. You all scream. And then I scream, and we're all just scream. Wait. Hang on. That's not how it goes, is it?
It's I scream.
Uh-huh.
You scream.
Uh-huh.
We all scream.
We all scream.
And then you walk into George's ice cream shop.
There we are.
It is 1 whole hour after the school bell. The place is empty. Every hot day, every student with $5 in their pocket races here as soon as class is over. George, a hugely tall person with superb arm muscles from all the scooping, is their favourite person in the world. This shop has nothing but the happiest of memories for everyone in the neighbourhood. And unfortunately, you have to be the one to ruin it. I mean, look, maybe not. You hope not, in fact. See, when ice cream season started warming up 2 weeks ago, kids came in here as usual, only for the first time ever, some kids have gotten sick. Really sick, some even hospitalized. You think you heard rumors of Giardia going around, some awful stomach bug. Look, it could just be a terrible coincidence, but your keen brain spotted the timing matchup when nobody else's did. That keen brain is what made you head of the school paper. And your weighty leadership position is exactly why you've come here to sleuth out whether or not your beloved ice cream is responsible for this wave of illness. So you waited until the place was empty, even of George, who has gone out back for a toilet break and he took his phone with him, so you assume you've got a while and you can investigate, see what you can find out. You walk past the outdoor seating area, a lot of chairs and tables with 2 big umbrellas over them, towards the front door. You slide it open and step onto the fancily tiled floor and look around. In front of you is the counter behind which George usually stands. Doesn't take up the whole wall, it's more one of those U-shapes. With a big case of all the ice cream flavors in it behind glass. Just behind the counter, you spy a cash box sitting on the floor. On the left wall is a whiteboard with community notices stuck all over it. And on the right wall are several near-identical pictures, ones done by local kids for a colouring-in contest.
Is this a thing that existed in your lives in America?
I very much want to get into this.
Colouring in contests?
So it's like a coloring page, and then it's a contest who colored it best.
Yep.
Yeah. All the kids colour in the same picture.
Interesting.
I feel like it probably is.
This is funny because this is so common in Australia.
Ubiquitous.
Every school, every library, every council,
Every supermarket,
forum,
every dentist.
People just have colouring in competitions for local children. It's a weird thing. It's very
Are
common.
they usually pretty bad?
I mean, they look like kids trying to colour. Yeah, we're not getting the best colourers in all the world all coming in for the big competition. Oh, did you know the Lane Cove Woolworths offers $100? So all the best kids
You
from
find
all over the
online
country.
people talking nostalgically about that time they won a colouring contest.
I don't think
I
anyone's
didn't
ever
know
won a
that
colouring
actually
contest.
happened.
Interesting. I feel like I'm
I
missing
guess
out
we're just
now.
bad. We're just bad at colouring as kids.
And off in the upper left corner of the room is a door with the words staff only on it. And that is not the way George just went out to the back. It must be a storage cupboard or something. You hope you don't find any evidence of bad hygiene practices. You really do. But if you happen to find some, it will be your career's biggest scoop.
Ooh, scoop. I love it. Scoop.
I'm not proud of that.
Yes, you are.
You should be.
And with that, I think you're free to explore and investigate.
For this room, are we the same person, or
Yes.
can I be like his? Okay.
I
sweet.
assume you are both Jenny Mudge.
Awesome.
Oh, Jenny
Heck yeah.
Mudge. Love it. Okay.
If not, I was gonna be Nathan's little lackey, that just takes the pictures wherever he points. But
I will allow if one of you would like to be the human child and the other to be a little dog with a tiny little reporter's hat.
I can't think of anything immediately that would be ruined by this.
Well, other than the fact that you're investigating whether or not he's broken hygiene rules,
Oh,
then you
good
take
point,
your dog
good
into the ice cream store. You're like, wait a minute.
the dog sniffs in one of the big vats.
Tests it with his paw.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's.
I mean,
already
get me
broken
in
the
there. Yeah,
rules. Self-fulfilling investigation.
I'll be McGruff. That sounds great.
All right, done.
McGruff and Jenny Mudge. Okay, solid. All right, McGruff, where's the first point of interest?
We got to go to the counter first, right? Because that's what we're here for. We're looking for malfeasance. That's not the right
Straight to
word.
the
We're looking
source.
for health
I like it.
violations.
Now, would you like, first of all, the counter top space or the ice cream behind its glass on the counter? Which do you think is more interesting?
I mean, probably start with a scan of the counter.
The surface of this counter looks clean, smells clean. It's completely bare, apart from a card sitting over at the far edge. You take a look. It's a birthday card. Looks like George was writing it right before heading out the back.
Yeah, and we have a link to that card. For people at home, you can see this in the show notes below. But Nathan, would you like to read out this card and describe what you're looking at for the audience?
Okay, so 9th of October. Hey Josh, I'm so sorry about how sick you've been. It's been weird not seeing you in the shop every day. It sucks having my favorite nephew in hospital, especially for tomorrow. I'll try to give you this in person, but if you're too unwell, I'll get your mom to pass it on, and we can celebrate our co-birthday as soon as you're better. Get well soon, Uncle George.
To be clear, it's a Australianism to say in hospital. Yes, that's not a clue that there isn't a hospital or the hospital there.
That's a what?
To be in hospital.
Is that not a thing?
What do you say when someone's in hospital?
You have to
You
say
say that they're. What would you say, Nathan? I'm not crazy, right?
I would say in the hospital, yeah.
Here's the thing
Too
you got to
many
know.
words.
Here's the thing you got to know about Americans. They love prepositions.
You use words.
If Americans
That
can
is not a
can
preposition.
Stick, okay, that's
but
true.
whatever.
They love stick. You can stick an extra tiny word in there.
We will.
Then you'll do
Every
it.
time.
Off
Yeah,
of
we
the
can tell
table.
Spock, so-
Off of the table? What do you mean off of the? Just get rid of the off. You don't need it. You cut that. It's gone.
I'm so sorry. I told myself I wouldn't make any comments about, like, I'm sure you get it so frequently,
I
comments
love
of, like,
it.
you have a different.
It's fascinating.
Hey, but this is our show. You have a different way of speaking.
You're right. We're incorrect. I'm sorry. Off topic, but
Love
Okay.
it, love it.
Nathan/Jenny Mudge is. I'm assuming we don't see anything here that really sticks out
Well-
yet. Yeah.
I noticed one thing. It's dated October 9th. It sucks not having my favorite nephew in hospital, especially for tomorrow. And they share a co-birthday. So it sounds like George's birthday is October 10th, and perhaps that is important.
Okay. Good note. Putting it down.
Also happens to be my birthday. Just sheer coincidence.
Wow.
Don't shake
Triple
coincidence. You're out the
birthday.
room.
Hey, no more plugs, Danny. We said no more plugs
No
this
more
episode.
plugs.
Okay, well, after we see the card, I think I'm going to hop over the counter and just really dig my nose into one of those ice cream bins.
Get him, McGruff.
Fair enough. Yep, you hop over. The ice cream is fully enclosed in this glass containment. It's got a sliding door on your side of the counter now. George would reach in there and scoop through it normally. You see some faint letters on this little sliding door. Pre? That's what it looks like it says. Okay, so that's just PRI, and then a one-line-sized gap, and then PRI again. I don't know, maybe someone named Pre used to own this shop or made the glass or something. Anyway, you examine the ice cream itself. Reading the flavor labels, all sounds really good. If you didn't know better, you would stick your mouth in there as well.
And again, for people at home, you can see these ice creams in the show notes below. But Marcus is going to describe the ice cream to you.
Fingers crossed these colours look the same on our monitors as yours
Yeah,
because...
be very clear with what your colours are.
Oh,
because we've had some
boy.
issues.
All right, so we have a 2x8, if I'm counting right. Yeah, 2x8 ice cream bins here. The top row is lavender, strawberry, espresso, raspberry, chocolate, grape, lime, peach. And then the bottom row is Nutella, kiwi fruit, toffee, bubblegum, mint, double chocolate, butterscotch, apricot. The important thing here is I would absolutely go for a mix of the raspberry and apricot first. How about you, Nathan?
Ooh, interesting. I don't know that toffee and butterscotch is kind of calling my name.
I can tell whose palate I agree with.
And is it not me?
Toffee butterscotch. Why would you go for the fruit flavors?
Yeah.
Exactly.
My
We're an ice
girlfriend
cream
gets
shop.
out after me for the same reason. She always goes chocolatey, and I'm like, it's fruit. Fruit's fun. I like fruit. But I did not mention, I think, a possibly important detail here, which is the different colors of the ice cream match, or at least are borrowing from the same palette. So we have lavender, which is the same color as bubblegum and grape. Okay, so most of them have either 2 or 3 of the same color. 2 browns, 3 purples, 2 reds. This feels like maybe half of a puzzle here.
So we've got the ice cream flavors and the countertop. We're already back here. Might as well check the cash box for investigatorial purposes. No sketchy
No
stuff.
funny business.
Yeah.
You check out this little cash box. It's close enough to a cube shape. It's got a 4-digit lock on the front. And every side of this box is covered in a pattern. It's overlapping squiggles and swirls of several colours. It's abstract enough that you cannot discern any noticeable meaning from it.
And there is no image for this.
Oh, I was about to say, let
I know,
us
I
be
knew
the
you
judge
were
of that.
But no, it's indiscernible scribbles of various colours.
So we have to figure out what it means without seeing it even. What an extra
Okay.
challenge. How
We
exciting.
just make up the answer. Okay, got it.
Dogs can't even read anyway.
I don't think I'm going to role play the things that I'm... Never mind. Anyway, so 4-digit code, scribbles.
Got the whiteboard or the pictures or the door.
Let's start with the community notices board.
Let's go over to this notice board. Attached to the whiteboard are several notices of all shapes and sizes, usually put up by concerned local groups with some gripe or another. You will see an image of this one.
I thought there was more description to give me time to find this image. I thought it had like a... You talk about the
Come on,
quality
Bill.
of the whiteboard.
Keep up.
Why is it a whiteboard, Danny, not a corkboard?
Yeah, this is why we were so long. You got really mad at me for that.
I'm just saying, who puts community notices on a whiteboard? Why wouldn't you
Someone
pin
who
them
wants
to
to
a
move them
corkboard?
quickly.
All right. So for people at home, there's an image of this whiteboard that should be a corkboard. Nathan, would you like to... maybe you can split up together the reading of this notice board.
All right. I'll read the top half, but we've got a notice board with various signs and postings on it. So it starts, no artificial flavors in our community, boycott list available online. Followed by no new developments, support the wildcats, parents, say no to chemicals in your kids' food. That's concerning. We're mad about the state of things. Follow the QR code and check yes to
Thank
the
you for
Midsummer
laughing.
Dance.
I kind of want to do that. I want to go to the local board and just, no context, just put, we're mad about the state of things. That's great.
Oh yeah.
That's perfect.
No on Proposition 24. And we hate pollution with some severely angry faces.
Very angry.
Can I ask, a few of these papers have scribbles on them? Are those like where there would be more words?
Yeah,
Or
those are just small,
Yeah.
unimportant words.
small and important words. Cool. On the bottom row, we have, we like Mike for local council, and no smoking, and be positive, yoga in the park, and no mics on our council, and vote yes, and vote
Yes.
no on it all. And Pirate Day should be canceled. All right. And say
Ooh.
aye for Pirate Day.
George isn't picky about who he lets put up posters. He doesn't have to believe in the issue personally.
Clearly. If he did, then he'd have some serious cognitive dissonance going on.
George is a Mike centrist.
Both sides. Awesome.
Okay, Nathan,
Well-
do we see any patterns here that we'll want to keep in mind for later? We
Not
have X's and checks. There's more than one that has an
Yeah.
X on them.
some numbers and such, but yeah, we'll come back.
Yeah, there are a lot of yeses and nos. I'm curious if there's going to be something that needs yeses and nos.
No. Cool.
Okay.
Do we get a lovely little singing in the rain reference there?
just a small one.
Just a taste of a singing in the rain reference.
I have no idea
Sprinkle.
what reference
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It's
of
when
course
they're
I
doing
do.
the movie
Yep,
and
yep.
the sound gets out of
Yep,
sync.
I know.
And so when she's
I recall.
shaking her head, she's going, yes, yes, yes. And when he's nodding his head, he's going, no, no, no. And everybody laughs. And then the studio's like, maybe we can't
Exactly.
even make a talkie.
Ugh.
Oh,
Nathan,
what
these
a
are your
really-
people.
It's the whole turning point of the film. I don't know how you can forget
It's
that.
the whole point.
Oh, it's
the
amazing.
It's the bit. And she's been doing her pearls in the microphone and turning
Oh.
away the whole time.
I didn't see this
What a
movie
great
as
movie.
a child. I did not see it until adulthood. Oh boy, does it hold up
Oh.
well. Except for the really long...
The dream dance sequence
Yep.
of the long-legged lady. Yeah.
We usually
goes on
fast
for a
forward that
little
one.
It's very
Love it.
Gotta dance. Okay, sorry. I'm moving on. We're done.
And
We're back into the real world.
That was our brief break for song and dance.
Yeah. Every
yeah.
every
Did you, solve
episode
all
needs
the,
one.
did you solve all the puzzles during that time?
Yeah, we
Oh,
were
yeah,
giving
yeah,
you
yeah,
the
we're
list.
done.
Interlude is for
We actually
solving.
got it all, yeah. We're actually going to turn this escape room into a musical now because of that. So here we go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
Nathan, I'm thinking we flip over to the other wall, the color contest.
Yes. Can we look at the front door, the back of the front door, just because that's a thing we should probably check backs of doors while we walk
Sure,
over there.
let's do that.
Your school shoes tap on the tiles as you walk back to the entrance, or your claws tap on the tiles as you
Yes,
walk.
and sorry, while you say that, I'm sure my nose would be down. Any interesting things on the tiles or the arrangement of the tiles?
Would you like to skip from going to the door to
Ooh.
looking at the tiles?
I'd like to do this before we get to the door because
Okay.
I wanted it to be known that I was interested in the tiles.
Good dog.
When you first walked in, you noticed, you call them fancily tiled floors, but the closer you are, now that you are right down on that floor looking with your nose there, you actually notice a lot of these tiles are worn and rough and a little bit cracked around the very corners. Look, they're clean enough, but they're in need of replacing. A lot of them are quite plain, but spaced around the store, you see some that up in their top corner have numbers on them. And you do a quick search, you find all of the numbers from 1 to 15 throughout the room.
Is this a certain grid, like 5x5 or something like that?
Throughout the room, there are some places, like obviously there are things in the way, like the counter takes up some of it. You can find more or less the positioning of them, not important. I can say that. I don't have to make things up.
This is the rule.
Okay, sorry, Nathan. I sniffed around and I found some numbers, but let's make it to the door.
There isn't actually all that much to notice about the door, although you do actually see, right at hand height, there's some writing, some very faint letters. You've never noticed them before when you've come here. It looks like they've been faded almost to non-existence with age and kids touching the door to open it, and you will get an image of that.
There are a lot of images in this room. Yes, so for people at home, you can see this image in the show notes, but Nathan's going to tell you all about it.
All right. So it looks like some smudged words that could be prime, then primate installations.
Now, why do you say that? Because a lot of those letters are blanked.
Like a pre.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We should
so-
say it is very difficult to read, but Nathan is just extremely quick on the draw.
So the letters that are blocked out there for prime, most of PRI is all gone. Half of M is gone. E is clear. Then all blurred out. And then for primate, only 8 is left. And then installations, we've got Insta pretty smudged off. So me 8 Asians.
So I'm sensing a direct parallel to pre, prem, then premate installations.
Seems reasonable.
Okay.
There's a blank between the pre and the pre. Is that then? Is that the word then? Or is it?
It looks like, were you trying to put them together, there would be enough space for that word to have fit there from when you were looking at the other glass.
Okay.
So yeah,
Curious.
it seems like you've interpreted pretty correctly.
Well, I don't know what we would do with this quite yet. Do you?
Nope. So the pictures for the coloring contest? Coloring
Of
in?
course.
Yes, but also we might at some point want to wander out to while we're out here by the umbrellas and such. You know, there could be some
Okay.
There is all
shifty
that too.
business happening,
Yeah.
health violations out here.
That's a good point. Okay, lead on, McGruff.
Outside or coloring contest?
Outside.
Let's go outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sure. Are you more interested in the seats or the umbrellas first? Which catches your eye?
Umbrellas, probably.
Fair enough. They're big, they offer plenty of shade for the outdoor patrons. The left umbrella is pink with white spots, and the right umbrella is white with pink spots.
Is it a
Fascinating.
generic pattern? Is it like dots arranged in?
Yeah, you can't tell anything special about the pattern except for the colors.
They don't spell out the health violations XYZ.
Why would he buy
Look-
that umbrella? He's giving
That's
himself
the
away.
umbrella. That's a violation. Well,
Okay.
and while he's observing those, I am sniffing the chairs. I'm realizing that role-playing as a dog just means I say the word sniff a lot, and that's it. And I'm fine with that.
That's all it is.
There's going to be some interesting fan who just makes a supercut of that and that
That's
alone
it. I'm
every time.
I would be honored. That's impossible.
So this outdoor seating, it consists of 3 small tables. Each of them has 4 chairs. They all fit under this big umbrella. The chairs are more or less in a line so that all of the chairs can face outwards rather than needing to just look into the shop. They get to look out at the nice, beautiful street. And each place setting has a unique coaster on the table and on the chairs, a unique seat cushion. So you're going to get 3 images now just because it was too big to fit into one for each of the tables.
So here is the first one. Marcus, would you like to describe what you see in this image as I get this next one ready?
We have a picture of the left table. On the table, we have pictures on these coasters. So the 4 images on the table are a leopard, an orangutan, maybe, a baboon, probably, and a cheetah, maybe. Not great with animal identification over here.
No, that's close enough.
And then the 4 chairs say front, side, great, and whistling. Did you say these are words written on the chairs?
So those they have seat cushions, but yeah.
Ah, interesting.
Wonderful. And then the next image, Nathan, you can have a description of this one.
Oh, okay. So the 4 coasters we got here, we've got a cougar, a monkey,
Nice.
a cat, and a lion. And then the seats say soaring, bottom, tops, tail. That's the middle
Nathan, I'm
table.
noticing some primates in here.
And some cats.
Well, maybe you'll notice
Okay.
some more in this final image that Marcus can describe.
Yes, we have 4 more images. We have a gorilla, a monkey of a different variety, and another wildcat, tiger.
That one's a baby tiger.
For the people playing
It's a
along at home, I
baby.
believe it's a gorilla, a chimpanzee, and a lemur.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just impressed on the cougar pull. Maybe being in North America, it's easier to recognize cougars, but that is a generic-looking big cat.
We have quite a bit of experience with cougars. Our school mascot is a cougar, so.
I live pretty close to Cougar Boulevard. So, all right, we have good, back, crackling, and neck on there. Reading crackling and neck, cracking, cracking neck. Well, that makes me want to crack my neck, so that's very nice.
I hope that's what I hope to inspire here.
Yes. All those words were on the chairs. So, prime. Does prime ever mean like cat at all? Is that a thing?
The prime cats of the jungle.
It's great
yes.
cats, prime cats.
Not in any way that you have ever learned at school.
But you're a dog. They don't let you into school.
Yeah.
Jenny
You're
knows
a
all
dog,
about
a
it.
dumb dog. All right. Interesting. That's definitely what I'm getting from this. They're either cats or primates.
Okay.
Interesting.
Not sure what to do with that yet, so.
Just collecting. You're just
That's all right.
collecting.
You're
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
done
yeah.
with,
There's a lot to
you're almost
collect
done
here.
with things to look at. So you get
Yeah.
there.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, we
Just-
still need to look at the color contest and then maybe stop by the staff only
staff
door
door.
because that's where we would get
Cool.
that really juicy health violation stuff.
Okay. The pictures for the coloring in contest.
You head back inside. You go over to the right. You take in all of these children's pictures. The image they had to color in, it's pretty simple. It's a kid with a giant ice cream cone, 6 scoops high. All the kids have chosen a nice selection of their favorite colors, representing their favorite ice cream flavors, you guess, along with their name in the top corner. The quality varies.
6 scoop high.
6 scoops high. Nathan, I seem to recall the flavors. I think we have 6 different colors within the flavors. Nope,
Really?
wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors?
Done.
So close.
Interesting. Do we see the name of Josh on here at all?
Yeah.
You know what? It sort of makes sense. That birthday card said that he's in here all the time. He'd probably be a bit of a coloring enthusiast. So you scan around. You have to hope there's only one Josh in town. But you know what? You only find one that says Josh in the top left corner. Okay. Yeah, this is a reasonable artistic choice. Yeah, he's all right at this, and you do get to see this one.
There we are.
Yes.
So for people at home, that is in the show notes below. And also for people at home, while Nathan loads this up and gets ready to describe it to you, we've also attached in the show notes a blank version of this picture, a non-coloured version. If you'd like to join the colouring competition yourself,
I'll upload that now.
Send us, colour it in, either print it off or do it in paint or do whatever you want to do. It's your artistic journey. Colour in, send it to us, and the winner of the ice cream colouring competition will be put on the Consume This Media website.
Get me
and
in
we'll
there.
send you $1 million. Not that last one, but all the rest is true. Have a go. But this has already been coloured by a boy named Josh. Nathan, what are you seeing?
All right, I see a lovely colored in picture by Josh. We have a 6-scoop ice cream cone. We got green at the top, followed by a yellow, then purple, brown, like a khaki gray, and then a caramel color. He looks very excited.
Yeah, he was really showing off how his pencil set had all the browns.
But Nathan, you ignored all of the most important details, which is there is a sun in the upper right-hand corner.
Oh,
there is
yes.
turquoise on the top, a stripe of kind of a cerulean blue, and he has count them, 4 hair spikes coming off the boy's head.
Okay.
This boy is just the Sydney Opera House in human form.
You know, I see it. Yep, there it is.
It's majestic.
Nathan, I will say that these do look like they match the colors within the ice cream bins.
Yes. Okay. What could they be? Okay, so turn down the 6 colors. Unfortunately, we have multiple for all. The green.
Yeah.
It feels
So
like
maybe-
we're missing something.
Yeah, maybe there's something that can help us narrow down which flavor. Wait, why are we even looking for flavors? I think we need to know what's on that door, because right now the only place to input information is a 4-digit code.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we try to put in the 4-digit code lavender apricot peach chocolate?
4 looks kind of like an A. It's like, yeah, it's literally fine.
But you do a quick wander over to that stuff cupboard to see what secrets it may hold. It is locked,
Ooh.
has a keyhole.
Ah.
And apart from that, you don't feel like it gives you anything. Except the sense of accomplishment that I believe you've now looked at everything.
Excellent. I love that feeling.
Here we go.
And the sense of panic as you realize you've looked at everything.
Hand in hand. Oh, man. All right. I feel like primates is the place to start.
Ooh.
Let's see. Prime, then primate installations.
Then primate installations.
Associated, the chairs associated with primates, do you think that maybe it's the order of the words here? That's why I was wondering if cats are prime at all, because then it would be like, read the cats, then read the primates.
Yeah, you don't feel any connection particularly between the cats and the word prime.
Okay.
You also got those words: front side, great whistling, soaring bottom tops, tail, good back cracking, neck. Okay.
I was so excited and confident going through this until you said, you've seen it all. And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, now you have to solve the puzzle.
No, to solve it
I
all.
can't just...
Also, I don't know whether this is a good or a bad thing. You are at a point right now, there are multiple different paths that can happen. So
Yep.
if you feel like this primate thing is a pain, it does not 100% have to be the thing you focus on right now.
Mm-hmm. Do we think that George is the type of man who would have his birthday be his 4-digit code? That's worth a try.
Yeah, worth a
Did you
shot.
say it was October 10th?
That's my guess.
1010?
It doesn't work, sorry.
Ah,
But it's a good
Sad.
try.
Absolutely. You
You're
have
a
to
good
defend yourself because
boy.
you did it as well.
He was a good boy. Use my little
good
nose to turn
Yeah.
the little lock.
Give you a scratch man in the
Well,
ears.
even the dog can open combination locks better than I can.
Oh man.
Oh,
I mean, you gotta
strong.
always check if the password is password. You just got to,
Yeah,
because you look
yeah.
like an idiot if you didn't try it.
Oh yeah, turns out it was
Okay.
just 0000.
Oh shoot! Of course.
Also, looking at the whiteboard again, by any chance, did Mike, who's running for local council, did he perhaps draw a coloring in page?
Not that you can find.
Ah,
I've drawn
alas.
this scoop as family values, and I've colored this scoop in with my plan to deal with environmental issues.
The bottom scoop is always integrity. Upon that,
Upon the
Integrity.
foundation of integrity, do we add the toppy of community
Family.
values?
and self-reliance. Upon
That's
that.
it. Mike, let's get him on the council.
I like it.
I gotta say, I'm mad about the state of things.
Okay, so we got the sick note, the birthday card for Josh, who is sick in the hospital. And we also got his birthday in case we need that, just to save in case we want to send
Of
George a
course.
birthday card. So yeah,
It wasn't it wasn't the cash box lock, but who knows how many more hidden locks there are around here.
exactly. We also looked at all the ice cream flavors, discovered they're similar in color. A lot of them have the same color, and that probably connects to the picture that Josh drew colored in. Oh wait, the cone. Oh, we forgot the cone. The cone is pink with white polka dots.
Curious.
So perhaps
That's funny. I was
okay,
gonna mention that when I was making a goof about the important things, and it might actually be important, and I did not include it.
Oh, if we're trying to figure out like where people are getting sick from, we know Josh got sick, so one of the factors could be the umbrella or one of these 6 flavors.
Oh,
just-
interesting. So one of these flavors might be the one that did him in.
Yeah. Really quick, do we know any of the names of the other kids who got sick, or we're too busy
Not well
investigating other
enough.
things? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So, wait. So this is pink with white polka dots. Was it the left or right table that was pink with white polka dots?
I think it was the left.
Do you think that's the table we should focus on, maybe? Maybe the others are superfluous?
Well, it was all 3 tables are under the 2 umbrellas.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
We're on to George here. Can I sniff out and see if he dropped a key in one of the ice cream bins? That sounds like George.
You don't smell any key around there, no.
What if I sort of just like really dig in there? Just really.
You ruin the ice cream to no reward.
I become the next problem. Excellent.
Now all the ice cream is contaminated. So we've got the whiteboard with all the no's, all the yeses. Vote yes, the check, the angry face. Got the faded things on the door. Me, 8, lations, prime then.
Which it
Primate
feels like you dealt with.
installations. Yeah.
You know what, Nathan? I am noticing that the notice board is 2x8 and the ice cream is 2x8. So we might be able to get yeses to some flavors here.
That's brilliant. I like that.
Do you think that it's
Okay.
going to give us Josh's flavors? Maybe.
It could. Let's.
Are there
let's
6
go on
yeses?
that.
Let's go through.
Okay. I'll do the bottom row. You want to do the top?
Yeah. Look at the top.
Okay.
So you're looking through to see which of these notice boards are yes notices.
Yes. I mean,
Yes.
support the Wildcats. Are we looking for? I'm assuming we're just looking for no's and yeses.
I think they all tend to have either a very positive vibe or a very
That's
negative
fair.
vibe.
Okay.
Positive or negative?
Hating pollution is pretty extreme.
Yeah.
So the top row, lavender, no. Strawberry, no. Espresso, yes.
Yes,
Raspberry, no. Chocolate is mad about the state of things.
That gets its own special category.
It is, yes. That's a whole other thing. Espresso and grape are both yeses, and that's it.
Okay.
And then on the bottom row,
We've got Nutella is a yes.
we like Mike.
Oh yeah. We've got no smoking kiwi. be positive, so a yes for toffee. We've got a no mics for bubblegum, a vote yes on mint, vote no on double chocolate, cancel butterscotch, and then say aye for apricot. I don't know. I never know how to say that one.
Cool. So you've got yeses and nos on all of your ice cream flavors. That feels like a step.
It does feel like a step.
Matching those to Josh's beautiful drawing, green would be mint, yellow would be apricot, purple would be grape. Oh, the brown one would be Nutella. Then the khaki would be espresso.
I think, yeah.
Espresso. And then the caramel colored one would be toffee. So it spells out magnet.
It spells out magnet. That's a word?
That is a word. Hey.
Wow.
I know that word.
Did we win? Did we win?
That's it.
That's it. He's been putting magnets in the ice cream.
Josh, what did you know? What did he do?
He was trying to send us a message.
It feels like he's trying to say something about vaccines.
Hey, that whiteboard is not a cork board.
No.
We established.
It is.
There's a reason.
Oh. It's all coming together.
Magnets over there. I violently sniff towards the direction of the whiteboard.
Oh boy, do you get a pull towards it. You know what? You feel your collar being pulled a little bit towards it.
They're definitely magnets.
You know what? We have 16 notices up here, which is more than 15, which is the numbers on the ground. So we might want to try to scatter 15 magnets, maybe, in the locations.
On the numbers?
You pull off one as a little test subject and you run it along the floor. It seems like these tiles are definitely just ceramic. There doesn't seem to be anything magnet
doesn't reach
going
through
on the
to
floor.
anything.
Is the cash box metallic?
Not in any notable magnety way.
Okay. So
Not in
there's
an
no weird
escape
magnet puzzle with
roomy
that.
way.
Okay.
How about the staff door? Any indication of it being magnet?
Nothing there.
Nothing there. Okay. Does that mean we're going with the... Should we go outside, or maybe we don't need the magnets yet?
It means there might be something to indicate
It
where
means
a magnet would be useful.
you've fallen into a pitfall that you had already stepped out of. A previously pitfall. You've already done this, and you went, oh, I better get out of this pitfall, and you've jumped right back in.
You've said nothing, Bill. Those are words that I understand the words.
It means you're doing well enough that he feels he can bully you.
Oh, woo! And can I say, what an honor that
I'm
is.
saying you should think back to previous pitfalls.
Uh-huh.
Think back to your most embarrassing moments.
Think back to when you really screwed it up.
That's beyond the
Ooh.
scope of this podcast.
Wait, when the dog, when McGruff like stuck his face in all the ice creams, that's
That's pretty shameful for sure.
The ice cream does not appear to be magnetic.
Okay. Well, there goes that line of questioning.
What's a pitfall we've been in? Is the birthday card magnetic?
No.
No.
Were you told about this magnet thing again?
Yeah. How do you figure out this whole thing about magnets?
We got it from
the whiteboard.
Josh's picture.
Oh.
Josh's
You're
picture.
saying we should take the magnets over to that board?
Well, what's
No.
on the picture?
Ice cream. Scoops.
Hmm.
Should we put the magnets on those colors? No, but they're not magnetic. I feel like I'm floundering. Oh no.
We've got the pink with white polka dot umbrella. So can we put them on the polka dot?
Oh, it is a pitfall.
It is a pitfall. You keep forgetting about this cone. It's in the picture.
Gosh dang it! You're right. Here I was being like, I haven't made any embarrassing mistakes yet.
You just corrected this one. this coloured spell
you
magnet
literally
is sitting
just
on top
forgot
of a
and remembered.
cone that looks exactly like an umbrella.
You know, Bill, I think that we experience the sensation of when you discover something, you forget everything else because you're like, I'm awesome. I've won.
A new shiny
I found the
thing.
word
Yeah.
magnet. I'm done. What's an ice cream?
Oh yeah,
Let's
that's a
eat some
highlight
ice
for
cream.
me. Oh my gosh. Okay, well let's go to the umbrella on the left side.
Which umbrella? Yep.
The
one.
pink with white polka dots,
All right.
which is on the
You
left.
head over to that one. Doesn't look like it's going to be magnetic. It's definitely not metal, but I mean, you got a magnet. You were told very explicitly, not in any way cryptic. Magnet this umbrella. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. You take your magnet, you just sort of run it around, you put it over the fabric and the pole. It doesn't stick on anywhere, but last minute you give it a little circle around the base, right where it fits into the table, and you hear a very light clunk as something inside the pole jumps to the magnet. And you move it around a little bit, and yet you can feel whatever it is moving with you.
Oh, is it possible to lift the umbrella out of the holder to get it out?
It's pretty firmly in, but you know what? You're determined. Like one child and one dog, who can lift better?
Yeah.
So
You can do anything that a child and a dog.
That's the
can
lesson of
do.
Scooby-Doo, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty
Exactly.
You have to stand on the table a bit to get the right leverage, but you pull that thing out, and yes, there is now a hole at the bottom of it. And you don't even need, you just sort of go tap, tap, and you feel the thing fall out into the palm of your hand. It is a small key.
Woo!
A small key.
Ooh, the real question is, why does Josh know where the key is?
He's the nephew. You tell all your secrets to your nephew.
Okay, I am going to eat the key.
Yeah.
Oh, no! Why'd you bring a dog on this mission?
Bad dog.
I regurgitate it. All right, let's head to the staff door.
The key fits perfectly in this lock.
Woo!
You get into this staff cupboard, you open the door, you step inside. It's quite cramped in here, really small, and sadly does not seem like it's going to have many juicy secrets. Looks like kind of most of what George stores in here is accounting, advertising stuff. Ugh, none of that is anything you care about. The only really strange thing going on in here is the lighting. Like, the main light is normal and on the ceiling, but spaced around the walls, you find 6 other light bulbs, all of them bare, all giving off very slightly different shades of light. And not all of them are working so well. Like, okay, you see one of them is totally fine, working perfectly, doing everything it's supposed to. But then the one closest to it, it's giving off a whistling noise. That does not make you feel comfortable.
I recognize the word whistling.
Yeah. Wait a second.
You keep looking and inspect these light bulbs. You find another one that's giving off a slight hum. Another one has cracks lining its surface.
Yeah.
Another one, you get in close, it sounds like there's a bee trapped inside it.
Oh.
Wait, you already said one of them was humming, right?
There's a very distinct difference between a hum and a bee sound.
And a buzz.
When you lean into the light, you hear a tiny voice inside say, "So, you like jazz?"
You like jazz?
B-movie jokes
Love
are
it.
evergreen. They'll never not be funny.
And it's the only line I
Truly.
know from that movie.
It's the only line you need to know for that movie.
Really.
It really captures the spirit of the movie. Yeah.
And the last one, it's just plain not working. It's not doing anything. And as you look around, you think you can hear something else that's not coming from any of the light bulbs, a scratching sort of noise, but you can't for the life of you see where it's coming from. You try your best to trace it, but if anything, it sounds like its origin is inside the back wall, a bad pipe or some rats maybe. Gah. Now that you're looking back here, though, you do see a small hole in this wall. Smaller than the palm of your hand, not deep enough to cut all the way through to the other side, but a hole nonetheless.
Would a dog be able to smell if it is a cat.
This entire place, look, you have special cat sensors. You're not getting anything from that,
Okay.
thankfully. That would be an
I had a
outrage.
feeling.
But we're trying to figure out all of the weird smells that are going on in an old storage cupboard. It's a bit overpowering.
Is this hole on the floor like a rat hole?
No, it's definitely in the wall, and it is probably smaller than a rat hole, definitely neater than a rat hole.
Ooh.
It's an intentional hole.
As the head of the school newspaper, I'm not afraid to stick my hands in places anyway. That sounded great. I'm going to stick.
You try to, you got a small child hand, so you can get a little bit of the way in. It starts to like narrow quite quickly as you put your hand in there, and it does not go all that deep. So you can just feel the sort of rough, round sides of the edges, but you don't find anything in there or anything like that.
Nathan, you were making a realization sound when she was listing off the lights.
I had a thought. I don't know if that thought's correct anymore. But so two thoughts. A, we have the seat cushions, which clearly connect to some of these whistling and the cracks for sure. Other thing I was thinking is we have that cash box, and when she said the different colored lights, I was thinking maybe it's like a black light thing where you can reveal something on the pattern. So I was thinking perhaps we bring the cash box in and look at it under the lights.
You give one of them just a quick try, like you just arbitrarily hold it so you're looking at the top section under one of the lights, and it does seem to be having an effect, but you can't quite make out anything too clearly here. You wonder if there might be more information to be gleaned from this first.
Okay.
Nathan, do you have the list of what the different light bulbs' qualities were?
Yes. So I have whistling, humming, cracks. I've got the bee,
Buzz.
nothing, and then there's a weird scratching in the walls.
And there was also one light bulb that was totally functional.
Okay, so we have the word whistling on the chairs.
We also have cracking. So we have an orangutan and a lemur.
So what do you think that primate installation, like these are installations, right? Installed lights? Could that be a
Light
connection?
installations.
I suppose so. Although the two places that you connected before seem to be the glass door to let you into the ice cream store and the glass door in front of the ice cream. So yeah, it might be. Like you're not wrong. A lot of things definitely feel very installed here. In fact, if you try to move around those chairs and things outside, they don't move. They have been fixed down. So, in a way, they're installations as well.
If we try to remove the seat cushions, is that a possibility or no?
It is not. They are stuck in place.
Okay, wow. Everything is stuck. The other primates we have are chimpanzee, the gorilla with good and back, the monkey with bottom, and the baboon with front.
So a lot of these words look like directions, right?
Oh,
like front,
yeah,
back.
And then good is the normal light bulb, right?
Oh, sure.
Okay. So we've got cracking, good, back, bottom, whistling, and front.
Was that 6?
I did.
Yep.
6.
Yes, so it is true that you've got those words associated with the primates, and you can sort of like from left to right read front whistling, bottom good, back cracking. Good back cracking does sound very nice. But yes, so yeah, left to right, front whistling, bottom good, back cracking. Just to clarify for everyone at home where we're at this point.
Thank you.
All right, we got that.
Those are the primates.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we could prime number. Sorry, I don't know if that's the thing, but we got the numbers on the tiles, right? Like
You have not used the tiles.
Yeah, you have
we
numbers
have not
1 to
used
15.
The tiles. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. Oh, all the prime numbers from 1 to 15. Okay.
How well do you know all the prime numbers from 1 to 15?
Okay. 1.
No,
It's not
1 is
prime.
not prime, but 2 is prime.
2
because
is,
it's only divisible by itself in 1.
Mm-hmm.
and 1. Okay, then 3.
And for whatever reason, 1 doesn't count as
Well,
that.
1 doesn't have 2
5.
factors, and that's really important for primes. Has to have 2.
1 is just extra special, I guess.
1 is what makes
Okay.
other things prime. But yes, 2 is prime.
It's like water
So it's-
isn't wet, it makes things wet.
Yeah, water's not wet.
Love it.
And one's not a prime.
So 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13.
How many's that?
That is 6.
Well, that's
What a
promising.
coincidence. Wow. Okay. What position are they on the floor?
They seem to be scattered around the room, and these ones, like the numbered ones more than the others you notice, do seem to have these sort of cornery cracks around their edges.
We should look under them.
They, in fact, are cracked enough that they lift up pretty easily. So you go around the room lifting, and turns out these tiles are double-sided.
Ooh. And I have a link to these
Ooh.
The last
double-sided
image.
tiles in the notes below if one of you would like to read it. I'll let you choose this time.
Oh. Go for it, McGruff.
We have a bunch of scattered tiles here. Words like yes, in, tune, top, humming, buzzing, nothing, taste, left, above, thinking, cleaning, ceiling, squeal, and right. Nathan, do you want to read off what the primes were, and then I'll read off the word associated with them?
Okay. 2,
Top,
3,
nothing,
5,
right,
7,
humming,
11,
left,
and 13.
buzzing.
Okay.
Wow. So now we have 2 sets of 6 words that seem to connect to the light bulbs, but also 2 directions. Do you think that maybe
Yes.
we do have an indication of prime then primate installations?
Yes.
So maybe we need to do whatever prime is first.
Oh, okay.
We got top, nothing, right, humming, left, buzzy. Oh, wait.
That's
Let's see.
lights, right?
Nothing is a light, humming is a light, buzzing is a light. I was going to say maybe turn humming right and turn buzzing left, but then what would top be in that scenario?
You're right.
Spinning like a top. Well, I also know there's 6 sides. If it's is the cash box is 6 sides?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Ah,
What?
okay. Here we go.
Oh, right, because cube and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 So grab the cash box.
Yep.
So prime
Grab.
first, showed at the top. The
Great. You
No.
look at
Oh,
you.
the
You hold it so that the top side is top.
Yep. Yes.
Top with the nothing light? Is that what you're doing?
Top with a cracking light.
It said to do the primes first,
Oh, okay.
and the primes were top nothing, right humming, left buzzing. So I think you should
Okay.
take the top and put it to the
With
nothing light.
nothing. Got it. Yep.
You take the box over, you hold up the top against the light that's doing nothing. Whatever. But wait, oh my god, this is weird. The exact shadows that are being formed by all the other lights in the room do seem to be having an effect. It was really hard to notice, but now that you are looking for it, the reason you didn't notice when you were just carting the box around before, 1, you didn't think to try the nothing light, because what could that possibly do? But also, what you see on here is quite subtle. It's just a horizontal line.
All right, top nothing, right humming, the right side of the box to the humming light.
You go over to that, and ooh, this humming light is giving off enough. This one is a lot clearer. It shows the letter D.
Okay.
All right, well, let's keep on getting the information. Left buzzing,
Take it to the buzzing light, and the left side reveals the letter Y.
DIY. Maybe it's horizontal as in I. Something to think about.
Yeah.
And then now we switch to the primates.
The order there is, I believe it's front, whistling, bottom, good, back, cracking.
You hold the front, the one that's got the lock on it, up to the whistling light, and just off to the side of the lock, you get the letter B.
Bottom, good.
You take that up to the normal light, and that reveals the number 5.
Oh.
Great.
And finally, you flip the box around to the back, to the light that is cracking, and it gives you an A.
Hey. Oh, we have birth B-Day.
-5?
Birthday minus
That'd be
5.
it?
So October 5th.
1005.
The lock on the cash box clicks open.
Yes!
You eagerly look inside. Sure enough, there's cash. Not much, just enough to break up some larger bills. No, you know what? There's the sneaky, nasty part of your brain, but no, you're not going to take a cent. You're too good for that. There is one other thing in here. A doorknob.
Oh.
Hole shaped? I'm sorry, what a weird thing to say. Does it fit in the hole? How can something be hole shaped? Okay.
I think
Well, what about
if you
donut
try
holes?
and open up a vault, they often have a hole-shaped doorknob. Because you have to spin it into place and then the big door opens. Submarines have hole-shaped doorknobs.
McGruff is going to try to grab that doorknob and put it in the hole.
Yep. That doorknob fits perfectly into this hole that you found in the back of the storeroom.
Ooh,
So you
yes.
slot it in there, you turn it, and when you push on it, the entire wall pushes away under the pressure. The cupboard
Secret
extends
passage?
back. There is a whole secret second cupboard back here. Oh, okay. And weirdly, this makes a lot more sense. This is what you expected from an ice cream shop. There are huge bags of spoons, there are fridges, there are empty tubs, there are boxes labeled waffle cones. There's a set of glass jars with different colored liquids inside labeled natural strawberry, natural vanilla, natural mint. Okay, great, flavor extracts. And that's when you look up and you see what's sitting on the shelf above these jars. It's a cage.
Oh, no.
There's an animal inside.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no.
Is that a beaver?
Oh, no!
That was not what I
Couldn't I have?
expected.
I could have smelled beaver, right?
It was a very
Check.
confusing smell. You smelled a lot of weird stuff. You have not had much practice identifying beaver smell.
Oh, do you know
That's fair.
why he has a beaver?
Is the vanilla thing?
Yeah, I think it's the
Something's
creepy
coming
vanilla
back to
thing.
your weird, fun science facts you learn on those kooky TV
Oh, this
shows.
guy's a creep. He's
do
an
you-
old-timey vanilla creep.
Can you clue the rest of us in?
No, that's the end of the episode. Thanks, everybody, for listening.
So it turns out that real vanilla flavor is super expensive if you get the actual vanilla kind. So most people use synthetic, like 90% plus. There is one other source of a natural substance that happens to taste a lot like vanilla and flavor things really nicely like vanilla, called castoreum. And castoreum comes from the glands of a beaver,
No.
right by the...
No.
The anal glands of a beaver.
No. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not saying no to that. I'm saying no to Nathan. How did you know this?
Everybody who's worth their salt knows
Yeah.
about beaver vanilla.
I will not have you bully me again.
And
It's
as a major thing, again, massive tribute to the podcast Good Job Brain. Everyone who
actually
listens
that's probably
to
where
that
I heard it
knows
too.
this.
Yeah, no.
Well, this
I've
guy's got to
definitely
have his
heard that.
business shut down very quickly.
We take a picture. We take so many pictures.
As you are doing that,
Oh yeah.
what are you doing here? The voice comes from behind you. Oh boy, this is George, and he sounds panicked. He hurls himself past you. He uses his body to block off everything that you've seen.
Pay no attention to the beaver behind the counter.
You cross your arms and you go, George, you can't be doing this. His shoulders slump. I didn't know what else to do.
Anything!
No, you don't understand. Everybody uses fake vanilla. But have you seen the parents groups? They've been coming after companies around here and local businesses for using artificial flavorings and
Right.
chemicals in their foods. Like, they were going to shut me down. It sounds disgusting, but when you consider it, like, it's actually nice and normal. And that's
Yeah.
when you tell him, look, even if that were true and not gross, kids have been getting sick. He is just keeping a beaver in the back here with all of his other food storage things. He is doing this very badly, and he is making everyone, including his sweet nephew Josh, very, very sick.
Oh, come on, George.
He goes even more pale.
So sad.
Wait, He sinks to his knees. Oh, that's awful. Please, you have to let me fix this. I'll clean up everything. I'll get lab equipment so I can do the process better. I'll get a better cage, a proper one that I can set up outside, away from the other ingredients.
You're not on top of your other ice cream, you freak.
But I don't have a choice but to keep using it until the parents group backs down. I need to use Castoreum or I'll go out of business. You won't tell anyone, will you? If the other children find out, they won't come here ever again. He looks up at you with desperate, pleading eyes. You open and close your mouth. You did not know that journalism was like this.
Ooh.
What do you say to him?
What are you going to do?
I'm like the only person who goes to an ice cream shop to get vanilla. That's only me, right?
You just take it off the menu, George.
That's so difficult.
Honestly.
Sometimes it is off the menu. It wasn't even in the flavors that you saw earlier. He's currently expressing more vanilla.
What does McGruff do? What is McGruff's instinct?
Growls aggressively and wants to bite his leg, but whatever you say.
I'm sorry, George, you always have a choice. I believe the right choice in this situation is to shut it down until you can get this place up to code. I start citing health code violations that I learned in my free time.
Does Castoreum count as up to code or not? I'm not clear on that.
Well, that all depends whether Mike gets voted in at local council. He gets to make these decisions. And he's
Mike has three top
anti-Beaver.
priorities. One is beaver rights are huge for Mike.
Upon the scoop of integrity, I place my second scoop of beaver rights.
Over the coming weeks, George's ice cream shop is closed for refurbishment and renovations, and George has also gotten weirdly active in local politics. And with that, you have completed this room. Well done.
Congratulations.